Good morning, students. Today we will study about the economic importance of bacteria. The bacteria are generally looked upon as enemies of man. Many of them are responsible for spoiling of our food and drinks and causes diseases like tuberculosis, tetanus, diphtheria and cholera. They are of prime importance to mankind since they exert both deleterious and beneficial effect upon the human life. The fact is that the beneficial effect of the bacteria overweight the harm when they do. The relationship of bacteria to man may be as following. Follow, they are the beneficial activities of bacteria. Bacteria as a decomposer. Bacteria are responsible for maintaining the condition of life on the earth by the virtue of their power of decomposition of plant and animal bodies by which they the limited supply of carbon dioxide available for photosynthesis is replenished. Though this process, the carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus, which make up the bodies of animals and plants, are reduced to simple compound, which can again be used as a raw material in food building of living plant. The bacterial decomposition of protein-rich compound under the anaerobic condition usually result in the release of foul-smelling compound, the amines. Such an anaerobic decomposition is called putrefaction. When oxygen is available, these amines are oxidized, forming ammonia. Various kinds of fermentations are brought about by bacteria. Fermentation is the decomposition of the complex organic substance by microorganism into simpler substance under anaerobic condition in which the intermediate product formed are of considerable economic importance to man. Some of the fermentation processes that are carried on by bacteria include acetic acid fermentation, lactic acid fermentation, and methane fermentation. Second importance of bacteria and the soil fertility. Bacteria, along with the soil organism, play a dominant role in the soil fertility by maintaining the circulation of nitrogen, sulfur, iron, and manganese in the soil. Nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen cycle, all the plant needs nitrogen to synthesize protein, but for this purpose they are unable to utilize the atmospheric nitrogen. Nitrogen fixation is brought about by two types of bacteria which are known as nitrogen fixating bacteria. One of these bacteria are the free living in the soil. Example, they are the Azotobacter and Clostridium. The other type are those that live in a symbiotic association with various plants. To this type belonging the species are the Rhizobium. These bacteria combine the atmospheric nitrogen with other element resulting in the formation of complex organic nitrogenous compound. The nitrogen present in these compound of the plant is used by the animals. When the animals and plant are subjected to bacterial decay, the proteins are broken down to amino acid by certain bacteria and fungi. Amino acids are then converted to ammonia by a group of bacteria known as aminofying bacteria. This process is known as aminification. During the process of aminification, some of the ammonia escapes into the atmosphere, but most of it combines in the soil with the other substance to form ammonium salts. The change of ammonium salts to nitrate, which is called nitrification, is brought about by the two groups of nitrifying bacteria known as Nitromonas and Nitrobacteria. Nitromonas group of bacteria oxidize the ammonium compound into nitrite, and finally the Nitrobacteria group oxidizes the nitrite to nitrate. The nitrate thus formed is absorbed by the root of the green plant. Sulfur cycle. The sulfur, an essential component of protein, is found in the chemical form in the earth crust. In this form, it cannot be utilized by the plant and animal. It is taken by the plant in its oxidized form, sulfate. Sulfate is oxidized to sulfur is oxidized to sulfate by certain autotrophic bacteria. They are the thiobacillus, thiobacillus, thiooxidants. After assimilation, the sulfate is utilized by the plant in the synthesis of sulfur containing amino acid and then protein. These proteins serve as a nutrient for animals. When these sulfur containing protein are disseminated by the heterotrophic bacteria, sulfur is liberated in the form of a hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide may also be directly produced by the reduction of sulfate through the activity of a group of bacteria known as the desulfovibrio and desulfopheromonas. The hydrogen sulfide, which is produced from the sulfate reduction and as a result of dissemination of the sulfur containing protein, is oxidized to elemental sulfur through the activity of group of bacteria known as Thiomicrospira, Sulfobolus and Bagietiota. The third uses of bacteria is the sewage disposal. Sewage contain human waste, domestic waste, industrial waste and organic waste. It also contains millions of aerobic and anaerobic bacteria, both pathogenic and non-pathogenic. These bacteria play an important role in the conversion of organic material in the sewage to inorganic form, a process called mineralization or stabilization and is reclaiming water for domestic and industrial waste. During the anaerobic phase of decomposition of the sewage, the methogenic bacteria such as Methobacterium, Methanococcus, Methanocarcinia convert certain organic compounds into carbon dioxide and methane. This high heating methane gas is collected and used as a fuel. Thank you.